Hey everyone, this is Wall Street. Uh, this is my second post. I'm really excited about having the opportunity to get my voice out and speak to those people who have been supporting me throughout the years. So I'm really excited about that. Today, I just want to give an update on the situation here at my facility that I'm currently housing at Pelican Bay and how the treatment we have been receiving as it relates to the COVID-19 virus. So we are on what's known as a modified program. Basically, what that means is that our normal schedule that we have throughout the day has been changed. Our yard program has been cut down where we now have yard privileges. We go on certain days, but we're still allowed to go out to the yard and get fresh air. Guys can play basketball or play cards or dominoes or so forth. We are still being allowed to go to the canteen in small groups. We're practicing social distancing when we're down at the canteen. So that's been good. We've been still allowed to receive packages. We go in small groups also. And we have people that's been around in my particular building where I'm at, cleaning the walls, sanitizing, keeping a lot of things clean. Also, we have been ordered to stay inside of our respective pods. So here at Pelican Bay, there are 10 buildings, and each building has 6 pods in them, and each pod has 8 cells, 4 cells on the top tier and 4 cells on the bottom tier. And so we've been informed to stay inside our pods so we can practice social distancing, but we are able to roam around freely. And it's really been a stress reliever to not be locked in the cells. Our program starts here at 5:30 in the morning, and the doors don't close until 10:30 at night. So we're pretty much out of our cells all day long. And although we're not on our normal program schedule, I have to give a lot of respect to the administration here on the facility where I'm at for the way they've allowed us to continue to have program in the face of the spread of the virus. We don't have any, there hasn't been any report of any cases at this facility thus far, which is a good thing. And so, we have not been mistreated. And, I just, like I was saying before, the fact that the administration here has put this program into place and allowed us to continue to be able to have out of our cells and be able to roam around, stretch our legs, and still have a peace of mind, given all the stuff that's going on in society, is really appreciative. I know for me personally. So that's been pretty much what our program has been up here. And it's a lot going on in the world right now. It's a lot going on in a lot of other institutions. I've been seeing on the news and reading in the newspapers and magazines about the conditions that other incarcerated people have found themselves in some of these other states. And it's a dreadful situation. So I give once again a lot of props to the governor's offices and the warden at this particular institution for allowing us to have such program here as we practice social distancing and wash our hands and do those things like that. So that's been really helpful as this far. But also, I would like to thank these particular organizations and their members for their endless support in fighting to change the laws to help current and former incarcerated people live better lives. I personally worked with each of these organizations at some point throughout my incarceration, and they've continued their endless support for our rights, even in the face of the drastic changes to their lives due to the spread of COVID-19. And so I can imagine, what it's like for people who may have family members that are sick, and got things going on, yet they're still advocating heavily for those of us who are incarcerated and those of us who were those people who were formerly incarcerated. So I would like to thank Uncommon Law the Ella Baker Center, the Anti-Recidivism Coalition, Restore Justice, Human Rights Watch, Cut 50, Prison University Project, Initiate Justice, and my very own Project Field. Without the help and support of these people, many of us would be sitting in a lot dire situations. I would also like to thank Governor Gavin Newsom and all those involved in the decisions to provide free institution phone calls. Many of us incarcerated were shocked to experience free phone calls in the California prison. I never thought I'd personally see today that anything would be free in the state of California as it relates to incarcerated people. So that's really been a shock. When COVID-19 started to spread throughout the state and the rest of the country, many of us felt that incarcerated people were getting ready to be treated like third-rate citizens, and handled more with the punitive approach. That's typically been our experiences, being in prison for decades. And so that was the thinking. I was thinking it was going to lock us down, and it was going to be very little, if anything, happening after that. And to our surprise, that has not been the case. So for me to see that the governor has treated us like citizens and caring about our well-being and the importance of family connection in these difficult times means a lot to me, and I'm sure for many other people. It's many people, that are incarcerated, that's been here for decades, that hasn't spoken to their families in, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Some people, and to look around here and see their faces when they, talking to their parents or talking to their kids or whoever they're talking to, and just to hear the stories after they get off the phone, and just kind of see the joy, even though we're in prison, it's still such a joy, when you can speak to your family and know that people are doing well and care about you. So to all those people involved in that, I really appreciate that. I had the opportunity a couple times to actually meet the governor, Gavin Newsom, and I remember, he might not remember this, even if he ever hears this recording, but I asked him, if he got appointed as governor, would he still treat incarcerated people well? And he said, man, he believed us to be citizens. And, he believed that, we deserve to be treated fairly. And so I must say that, I remember those words that he said, and to see him, and those involved provide free phone calls for people in this time of need is really appreciative. And so, Governor, thank you for keeping your word, man. I know that, everybody can't get everything they want. Everybody can't be happy all the time. But I think we got to take our wins when we can have them and come together as a community and support one another. And so I really appreciate that. And all the other people who support the efforts to ensure that we have a smooth as we can transitions while we go through these difficult times for right now. So I just really want to put that out there to everybody. Man, everybody be safe, treat each other with kindness, and remember that we all are one people and we all fighting for the same things, family, support, and equal opportunity. And I think I believe if we stay with those things in mind in the face of adversity, we'll come out on top. So thank you very much. And it's Wall Street. I'm out. Peace, y'all.